So I wanted to show a new dashboard that we've created for an assessment project. And in this case, what we're doing is collecting data from some pre-tests and post-tests. So here is an example of the pre-test post-test. So let's just show you a little bit of this. So you set up your pre-test post-test. These are auto-graded quizzes, and I have to, select some answers here. Anyway, that would be just a quick example. That would be my Unit 1 test. Here's my Unit 2 test. This is set up for a couple of teachers. I would select my answers and so forth. Okay, so we're pulling all of those Unit 1 and Unit 2 pre-tests into one sheet. So after you create this, you have the spreadsheet. Don't create a new spreadsheet. Actually pull the data from each one of the sheets, each one of the forms onto one sheet. Then we've set up a dashboard where we're pulling the data using some formulas. So in this case, I am doing a sort query to one of the sheets to pull in all the student names. And I'm doing a sort query to pull in the student names for this class, the Kretschmer class, and then here pulling in, pulling in all of the students for the Langford class. And then over here, we're simply doing a filter to pull in the data for the different sheets for the Unit 1 pre-test, Unit 1 post-test, Unit 2, so forth, where we find this student's name. So we pull that data across. So rather than going through each sheet, I can, as a teacher, look at a dashboard showing me how my students did on all of their tests. Then also, we can take a look more specifically on a student. This is a pop-up menu where I can look at a different student and see how they did on their Unit 1, 2, 3 tests. And then also, I can take a look at the actual question. So here I'm looking at the Unit 1 pre-test, Unit 1 post-test. I can then go to Unit 1 or Unit 2 pre-test, Unit 2 post-test. And again, I can see how did the class do on a question? How did the student do overall between their pre-test and their post-test? And then what are the questions? What did the student answer? What's the correct answer? And then this highlights in red and green to show me really quickly which questions the student got correct. So in a summary, we are basically writing assessments. They're self-graded. So the student gets response right away, not on what they got right and wrong, because these are pre and post tests, but just what score they got. But then the teacher is pulling everything into one spreadsheet, building a dashboard to look at how their students have done, and then also pulling in the data by student so I can kind of drill down a little bit and see, well, what is it exactly that a student needs some more help with?